Okay, good evening, everybody. Tonight we're going to have a very special Reiki teaching. And with us, we have my own Reiki master, Anastasia.
Yeah.
So, since this is lessons and teachings about Reiki, and you've been on the show once or twice before, tell us. You have.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, you pop in and say hi.
Yeah, when I buy you that present green from Allie.
Yeah, and you bring me special drinks from Ashley too.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you have been using Reiki in your life and how it's helped make a difference.
Well, a few years ago, my leg was hurt, and then my daddy told me to drink that to make my leg better.
I taught you a super cool trick to make your leg better.
Yeah, you taught me Reiki.
Yeah, I taught you Reiki.
Yeah.
How's your leg now?
It's doing amazing, so far. If you guys have needed daddy to like me to paddle your Reiki, and then you would feel better like in no time.
And that's for the people who have arthritis like you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good at regulating your body's nervous system and being able to. We have Juliana incoming.
Juliana.
Reiki regulates Juliana incoming. We got it. Hey, Juliana.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you. You too. Nice to see you both.
Okay, so we were just telling other people who have diseases in their body how using Reiki is able to regulate your body's nervous system. And one thing that is, I would say the most noticeable when you get into it from my point of view is you notice heat sensitivities. When you need to heal, often you'll feel very cold and you'll want to be warm, you'll want to be incubated. And often people associate that with having a fever, but that's not always the case. Sometimes our body just, it wants that energy. It wants those warm, fuzzy electrical signals that we get. And other times when we're using Reiki, we will feel the ball of heat in our hands, which is our body's energy being transferred over, which is what we can use when we touch and direct it into the sore spot on somebody else's body.
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about when your leg was hurting, what happened that actually made your leg a little bit worse that got me into teaching you Reiki in the first place. Do you remember the soccer ball?
Yeah. Me and Daddy and Papa were all playing soccer, and the ball went a little bit too far, and I put my leg on it, and I was trying to kick it, and then I put my ankle.
Yeah, you sprained your ankle.
Yeah.
And it was after I started giving you Reiki for your ankle that the doctor said, hey, your arthritis is in remission. And you're getting all better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now you are able to give other people Reiki because you've been given the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So tell everybody a little bit about my accident, because as a Reiki practitioner, I have this strange liking to when I have an injury that I get to take the opportunity to fully test how well I can apply meditation tricks and breathing techniques and healing techniques to myself. You want to tell the people about my injury? Yeah, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
My arm's been a little stiff.
Yeah. How my daddy was walking into the water, and Daddy made the tip, and he went falling.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I
and
was going into the garage and my foot slipped. I missed a step.
Yep.
How did I land?
Yeah, you nearly landed in the garbage.
I did land in the garbage. It was very fortunate that from that height I landed on something soft and squishy. Given that when I landed, my arm had gotten caught and snagged on the way down, and my
Yeah.
shoulder was approximately around where my nipple was by the time I landed. So I got to go to the hospital, and they got to. It was a very interesting experience being an energy healer and going into the hospital and having them tell me, don't worry, we're going to have you covered. We're going to get you some fentanyl. We're going to get you some morphine. We got all the good stuff for you, and we're going to fix you right up. And by the time I left there, I had an entourage of nurses and doctors who would pop in to see this person with a completely mangled, dislocated shoulder, refusing painkillers and refusing to be sedated, and kept insisting that the doctors just grab my arm and push it back in place and to begin with. Unfortunately, I did have to be sedated, and my arm's been a little bit stiff.
Yeah, like my leg was.
Like your leg was. So what we're gonna do now,
Now what are we gonna do?
most important part,
What? Go me.
you are going to show everybody how
What are you doing? Are
how would you heal my shoulder? I want you to give me Reiki. I want you to demonstrate how it's done, just how you do it to yourself, and then you can do it to me and my arm as well, and you can show everybody how it's done.
Yeah, but I forgot how to do it.
Okay, well, we'll go through it together.
Yeah.
So I like to put my hands together and then leave just a little bit of a space between
Yeah.
your fingers.
And my daddy was teaching me how to do Reiki.
And when you exhale, breathe deep, deep breath in.
You make it wind.
We are. And as you relax and your muscles sink and drop, you'll notice that it starts to get warm between the palms of your hands. There's even a technique that you can do where you have your eyes closed, and once you feel that little cloud of heat, you can expand your hands further and further and further, and eventually you'll still be able to feel that, some people call it chi or ki energy. And it's like a little floaty heat ball. And sometimes you can even feel the tips of your fingers touching the tips of your other fingers, even if your hands are a significant distance away. So what we do is, once we have this ball of energy, what do we do with it? Do you remember where it goes? It goes into the source spot. So you're going to put one hand on this side. You're going to put one hand right about
You can feel it?
there. Now you're going to breathe deep and slow. And as you exhale, your energy is going to go through your arms and go into my shoulder.
I haven't done it before.
Let's do it for 3 breathing cycles.
But a cycle.
What's a cycle? Okay, so breathe in for 5 seconds. So I'll count to 5 and you keep breathing in. Ready? Start to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we hold our breath. 1, 2, 3, 5. Then we exhale for 1, 2, 3. And you can even pause for another 5 seconds.
That was funny.
And when we breathe slow, our mind lets our body know that we're not in danger. When we're in a relaxed.
Is it in my hand now?
Yeah, you can move your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels cold now. She has this nice little heat pocket going. Feels like somebody just put a cold cloth on my shoulder, just taking my hand away. You got this.
Nude.
Nose. What other ways can we teach people how to heal? You remember?
Mm-mm.
One thing that's really helpful when it comes to healing and being able to regulate your body's nervous system are the little luxuries. I'd put it to the sacral chakra, the little things that make everything worthwhile. That extra bit of cream in your coffee, the extra fuzz on the blanket. You know, sometimes the lighting in the room really does need to be adjusted. And I've noticed over the last day or so, like I feel quite well. I haven't really experienced pain, but sometimes if my body does start to get tight or if it starts to get sensitive, I start to get fussy and little things are agitating and they throw off my focus. And that's my body's way of letting me know that there's still too much stimulation, that it needs to be soothed more. Warm showers are really, really nice. Baths are really good times to do self-Reiki. And then the other favorite thing is we can do, speak here.
I'm not
Oh,
leaving. I'm not leaving.
No, even
And Mitch, can I do
when you have something that takes your
that? Well,
focus, and things like yoga is really good as well. Well, because when our body is focused on doing something physical, like trying to keep our balance, it just takes our mind off of all the extra sensory things that are going on in the environment that cause us to be distracted. So things like a singing bowl. Sometimes people do art. Sometimes people have musical instruments in general. And it's just having something to physically keep yourself occupied enough to let your mind relax and wander a bit. And when we get into the meditation piece of healing, we want to be mindful of where our mindset and our thoughts are going. And if we notice that they're going into negative places, places that cause us to start to feel physically tense, it's having that awareness to go back and reset, refocus where your mind is, because you want to be letting your body know that you're safe and you're in a comfortable environment that will allow you to heal. And if you're thinking stressful thoughts, if you're having negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, you know, your body feels that and it starts to get the impression that it's not a safe place to heal. And then just by environment and principle alone, your body has the ability to stop itself. And it's convincing ourselves that we are okay through both our actions, our environments, our thought processes, and our affirmations.
Wood?
The handle is, yes.
Oh, okay.
And the bowl is, I believe it's directly from Tibet and it's handmade. And if you look at it carefully, you can almost see the little hammer prints or thumb prints or however they bang into place. Some singing bowls that you can get are machine made, which they all sound the same, and it's not quite the same. Somebody who's made it themselves. You want to give it a try? What if I hold it for you? I'll hold it.
What does it sound like? That sounds like somebody humming.
It does. Depending on how well you can hear. You hear a hum and a ding, and then different frequencies of like a rumble. And when you get all the singing bowls going at the same time, your body gets to heal. The singing bowls are nice because it puts our thought process on the same speed, literal frequency of what it is we're listening to, which is why fast music will stimulate us to be faster and slow music stimulates us to slow down, because our thought process, our speech patterns, our actions are going to match the same rhythm and tempo of what it is that we're listening to. The fact of the matter is we are just frequencies, we're just sound waves.
Good to it. It looks like gold.
It does. It's called brass.
Sound like guide.
Kind of.
No.
So
Now what are we gonna do?
now we're going to talk a little bit about the affirmations. As somebody who's learning Reiki, do you remember how I had you record yourself talking to yourself? And you were telling yourself that you are happy, you're healthy, and you are what? Healed. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm healed. And in your case, the affirmations went along the lines of, my legs are loose and relaxed, strong and flexible. So on my arm, I also have to focus on that, making sure that it's firm and tight, and soundly in place, but also loose, relaxed, and just feel good.
What would it do?
That's the belly button chakra. That's the sacral chakra. So what we do, want me to show you? Lay down.
No, what did it do one for?
You lay down or I do it? Or you do it to me?
No, you doing to me. What would it do for?
Okay, so you lay down.
What would it do for?
I will show you. Turn sideways. Put your head here. And your feet there.
Why?
Because when we do Reiki,
This is
just
so-
lay like that, we use these stones and we put them.
No, dumb.
You will, but let me set them on you first. So we put them on
This is so weird.
the body where they go. Usually you would be on your back. And you would put them there. And then we have heart chakra.
Hey, that's the red one?
This is green.
Oh,
Red
green.
is your root chakra. Orange is your sacral chakra, your belly button. Solar plexus is yellow, heart is green. Your throat chakra is blue. Pink is right there. And your third eye chakra is right there. And then your crown chakra, we're just gonna egg hunt in your hair. You're gonna hide it like an egg hunt, okay? There we go. And then what I do
That's funny.
is I use these to feel where your energy flows are, and the crystals help me feel the heat differences. Sometimes you'll feel a cold spot, sometimes you'll feel a hot spot. And often the trick is that if you're feeling an area that has a lot of heat, you can spread it around to the other chakras, or if it's the intended area, you can pool all the heat and all the energy together into that one spot, much like with Anastasia and her knees. And for my shoulder, this is a good exercise to do for headaches as well, especially if you create your energy ball and you're able to direct it straight into the area or a specific chakra that it is that you want to work through.
Another.
You're doing awesome.
Can I get doing now?
Yeah.
I wanted to do.
Don't want it stuck in your hair forever?
I wanted to do. I wanted to say it. Can I have one?
Oh, we have no heads. There we go.
No one.
You want to hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Reiki symbols? What they're called?
No, I forgot.
So there's choku, right?
I wanted that.
That's the power symbol. It's the one that looks like a little spiral.
I really like the one. The one nearly looked like a heartbeat that I did.
It does. They do have different symbols on them. You want to see that there.
Yeah, that's the one I went to.
And then the second Reiki symbol is Reiki.
He.
Then there's Han Sazi Shonen. And there's Daiko Mio.
I think I also
You can't say all those three. That's okay.
Mm.
The fact is that you were able to put your hands on the spot that hurt. And when we're transferring our energy, we want to be really mindful of the emotions that we're having and the thought that we're having. Because we're going to essentially be guiding and directing these thoughts and emotions and energies into the other person. So if we're touching an area that's sore, we obviously want to be touching it in a way that's loving, that's accepting, and that the other person's body's nervous system is going to be soothed and calm and feel comforted by our presence, by the touch or the massage or the energy transfer that we're doing. And we want to make sure that we have only the best and most positive intentions. And that we share that with ourselves and with other people. And it's so important to be able to have that for ourselves, because if, again, we are experiencing dis-ease or disharmony, it's very hard to share that with somebody else if our mind is elsewhere and we're focused on what's causing the problems and not what's causing the solution. So what do you think? Do you have any questions? No? Do you have anything you'd like to share before we head out?
Do you
I just shared a whole bunch.
have any?
So before we head out, we're going to let everybody else know that if what they learned here today was helpful and what they learned here today has been able to make a difference to them, or they feel it can make a difference to them or somebody they know, a loved one, that by all means that they can share this video with them, and it will help them understand what we're up to and how we can help them achieve their goals. Hi.
I want to if anyone else has needed that, hey, Daddy, your mommy, if they did do Reiki.
Yeah, okay. So if anybody needs, how is that worded? Any help to let?
They know that whoever had needed that like I did.
Yeah, if anybody needs healing like you did.
Yeah, and to that your mom or dad.
To ask your mom or dad if they can get you a Reiki practitioner, is Anastasia's message.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Juliana, thanks for joining us. Do you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to say before we head out?
I'm always curious more about the symbols and how to use them. I don't know if that's.
I'll have to send
yeah.
you the other videos that I've been doing. I've been going over the symbols and
Cool.
practical applications in certain situations where you would want to use one symbol over another and how they all mix together.
Mhm.
I can send you those.
Cool, thanks. I only learned 3, so I'm curious about the 4th one as well. And I like your chakra stones.
They're very nice.
With the symbols. Nice seeing you, Anastasia.
Nice meeting you, and Juliana.
Thank you.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
See everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.